Hi, I'm Claire. I'm a yoga teacher and I've recently moved to a new house in California. To make it really feel like home here, it was super important to me to create a home yoga practice space. So if you're interested in finding out how to do this, then stay tuned and I'll show you step by step. I initially thought about using this upstairs area as a home yoga practice space. However, as you can see, right now it's being used as our dining room space. So that meant that I either would have had to find a new place to stick the table and chairs, or I would have had to constantly move furniture around to roll my mat out. And that just didn't seem very relaxing, and it didn't seem like it would be a very effective long-term yoga practice space. So I started looking for other places around the house and trying to decide what would feel the best and what I would be the most happy with. So I've decided to create my home yoga space here. This is actually downstairs in the bedroom, and it's between the end of the bed and these big open window doors to the patio. I'm actually really excited about using this space because at the moment it's kind of just empty and there's nothing going on here, so it's definitely ready to be used for something. And then since these big doors are here, I'm looking forward to being able to open up the windows and get kind of a breeze flowing through. And then since this is in the bedroom, I am loving the idea of having a space that's so present in my life where I can hop out of bed in the morning and do a power yoga energizing flow, and then do a super nourishing yin and restorative practice in the evening before bed. So I'm super excited about this space. I'm loving the idea of using this space. The one challenge we have to work through is that this area is obviously carpeted, and if you've ever tried to put a yoga mat down on carpet and find any kind of support or stability, then you know it just doesn't work. So what we're going to do here is build an actual floor that resembles a yoga studio floor. So if this is something you're interested in and you've considered creating a home yoga space, but the area you're working with is carpeted, then stay tuned because I'm going to walk you through the process of how to build a studio-like floor that you can use for your yoga space. So I've laid down the decking. It's basically just a big flat sheet of wood. It's going to go underneath the flooring and just give us extra support and stability for our yoga studio floor. Because we have just a standard SUV as the biggest car that we have to work with, we had the man at Home Depot slice this in half so that we could fit it in the car better. If you have a big truck or a friend with a big truck who can fit the whole thing in the car, then you can get this in all one sheet. You don't have to have it sliced, but we had it sliced in half just so that we could physically bring it home. And this is an interlocking decking, so basically now I just have to puzzle piece it together and make the pieces come together. To make the pieces connect together, if you had your decking sliced in half, then basically you just want to line it up like puzzle pieces where you have kind of the indentation groove side facing the side that sticks out. I don't really know like technical hardware terminology, but once you look at it, it will be pretty obvious. There's one side where there's a groove that sticks out and one side where it kind of dips in. The next step is to lay out the flooring over your decking and choose which direction you want the wood grain to be going in and how you want it to look, basically. While I was initially thinking of just lining up the pieces of flooring and locking them into place, I realized that doing that would create a lot of harsh lines and that I just wouldn't really be happy with the overall appearance of the space. So instead of that, I'm going to stagger the pieces of flooring and then cut them down to the right shape and size to fit the decking here. And that's going to create a much more natural flowing appearance of the flooring. And I think it's something that I'm going to be a lot happier with overall in the long run.